Woe to you when all speak well of you. If I'm being honest, I get easily confused. If I'm being your vessel or just making up excuses. 26, huh? Hi, if this is your first time meeting me, my name is Darla. I am a singer-songwriter and music producer from the Philippines, and I like to make music that people can use as a soundtrack to their walk with God. But if you ask me 10 years ago what I think I would be doing, if I knew what was actually coming, I would be very appalled. And in this video, I want to share with you guys the story of my complicated relationship with my skills and my talents growing up. Being a fast learner actually caused me a lot of problems, but I also want to share with you guys how God actually used that to draw me to Him. And also take you through my birthday week. So here are some of my plans for this week. I'm gonna join a worship night, finish a demo for a song in my album. I'm gonna be meeting a bunch of people. This Saturday, I'm also gonna be facilitating a session on intentional songwriting with the Discord community. And most importantly, I need to find some time to spend with God and just be thankful for 26 years. So let's go.
I've been running from you way too much. Show me what I need to know. Your love's the only thing that builds me up. Could you bring my heart to stone? Cause lately I can't take it. Send me no game, won't play.
Even though it took me like 2 hours to drive, I was really excited for my first worship night after the pandemic. But I actually forgot to eat dinner and I underestimated how long the event was gonna take. But I was still okay.
You were really stressed and hungry with an A. And you were panicking and you were crying.
Okay, I was tired and hungry and pretty much hypoglycemic at that point. But even though I was all those things, I was trying my best to stay hopeful, especially after like a worship night, right? And I was just thinking to myself, you know, what's the worst that could happen? At 9 p.m. before we could even get out of the parking lot, I got a flat tire. But I guess God planned it. I mean, there were so many people who came to help. And I mean, a lot of people. That's me stressed out and hungry. You know, I was thinking, as great as it is that we have our gifts and our skills and we also get to enjoy them, a very common problem is attaching our worth to it. Personally, because of the way I grew up and the environment I was in, also add to that a very Asian culture, somehow performance ended up being a part of my identity. So what happened was when I excelled, you know, my pride was through the roof and I was really excited and my family was also excited. But on the flip side of that, when I have to face a huge task or huge project, or I have to prepare for a certain performance, I get really paralyzed with fear. And particularly, I get afraid of failing. And I think I only recently realized that's why I really struggled with procrastination when I was in high school and college. Because the way I was thinking then was, if I don't start, then I can't fail, right? No, wrong. Just no. So because of that, you can probably guess that for most of my life, I have tried to do everything to succeed. And really, all I knew was that if everyone was happy or in some way impressed with what I have to deliver, or if my parents were proud of me, then I'm probably okay. Yeah, but the thing is, that just meant that I always had to be the best. I always had to be number one. There was so much pressure in being number one, and I didn't really know how to get better because there's no number. Like zero, that no one's top zero. It actually sounds sad. So bottom line, my performance became my identity, and I didn't know that there was a proper way to deal with all these skills and this intellect that I had. I only really found out when I got a lot older.
As if you're a machine, putting you, I find all that I need. It's the spirit in me, not the caffeine. Can't be self-sufficient, need you in my life. I love to trust that you provide. So good, so
3, 4.
turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face.
Thank you po.
And the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and praise.
So as I grew older, aside from thinking that I would feel worthy only when I was impressive to people, I also started thinking that I'm important if I was somehow useful to people. And it took me so many birthdays to finally understand that this is not God's design. Because if I always tried to use what I had just to outperform other people, wouldn't I just get exhausted from trying to prove myself all the time? And I was really confused too for a time. I was thinking, am I more important because I'm doing something better than the next person? So I also struggled with understanding how I could possibly love other people without thinking of them as some kind of competition, or without constantly thinking about how I can use other people or surpass them. This is getting really vulnerable. Thanks for sticking with me if you still are. Yeah, but I was really struggling to understand how could I be happy with this kind of mindset. But that was until 2017. Someone told me that somebody already loves me and accepts me, and it will never be because of what I do or how well I do that. And I was like, wait, what? That's possible? I don't think I can describe enough how that rocked my world. And obviously, that was the gospel. Someone had shared with me the gospel. I was told that through Jesus, I have a Father in heaven who loves me apart from what I do. And really, I never realized how much my soul was longing to hear that. And that's really pretty much the reason why I am a believer today. And as I continue to grow over the years, I realized that I have been using my skills and my talents the wrong way. I was convicted that I was taking these skills that I was entrusted with, and instead of using them for God's glory, I've been using them for mine. And everything really changed when all that sank in. I think because of that, I started to appreciate other people and their strengths more. I was thankful for the community and for the church, and I wanted to learn to appreciate their strengths to be as much as mine, because we are one body. Even today, I think I'm still growing in that aspect of celebrating all the wins of my brothers and sisters in Christ. And also because of the gospel, I've learned not to work restlessly 24/7 to prove my worth, but instead now I'm learning to prioritize relationships. And although I know it's a lifelong process, I think I'm starting to learn to live out this truth.
Well, yeah, guys, that concludes our salty session for tonight. I actually really enjoyed. This is very insightful. You guys haven't taken a picture yet, have you? So let's have one together. If that's all right. Why are you guys? Then that sucks. I hate it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nina. Happy birthday.
Yay!
Hooray!
That was hilarious. The photos are so bad.
So now that I'm 26 and thinking about God's goodness over my life, I'm really thankful that now it's a lot more clear to me. The gifts and the skills that I have, they were never meant to elevate me. They're meant to elevate God. We all have our own assignments. And from now on, I'll keep using what I have, no longer for approval, but from approval. And I hope that in some way, God could use me to lead others to this freedom too.